I'd like to start by telling you another short story. I think all of our clergy guests are going to appreciate this one. It's about a pastor friend of mine who was visiting various churches and preaching and fundraising for a very good cause. And he was visiting this one church, and after his sermon, he handed his hat to someone sitting in the pews, and it made its way through the pews for people to donate. It made its way back to him, and he looks into it, and there's nothing there. Not even $1, not even a cent. He looks up, and he thanks God. One of the people from the local church standing next to him said, you didn't get anything. What are you thanking God for? He says, I'm just thankful to God I was able to get my hat back from this congregation. All right, enough of my stand-up and on to more serious matters. The first item this afternoon is by Congressman Carson. Unfortunately, Congressman Carson was not able to be with us here today. He is traveling on behalf of the Congressional Black Caucus, but despite his busy schedule, he was so kind to take the time to record a message and have it sent to us. Some of you may recall Congressman Carson attended our symposium a few years ago and spoke about his personal reflections on Maulana Muhammad Ali. For those of you who may not be familiar, Congressman Carson was first elected in 2008 to represent his Indiana's 7th District and is now serving his 4th full term in the U.S. House of Representatives. He is the ranking member on the Emerging Threats Subcommittee on the House Permanent Select Committee on Intelligence. He's also a rising member of House leadership. He serves as a senior whip for the House Democratic Caucus, sits on the Democratic Steering and Policy Committee, and is a member of the Congressional Black Caucus's executive leadership team. And as I said to everyone when he was with us a few years ago, he's also my personal real American hero. So we're going to see a message from Carson.
Assalamu alaikum. It is a great honor and pleasure addressing you tonight. I want to thank Brother Fazil, Dr. and Mrs. Malik, and Ahmed for their constant work for the Lahore Ahmadiyya Islamic Society. I also want to thank everyone who has taken the time to come out tonight and support the important work of the Lahore community. Amidst the challenging times, the Lahore community leaves me inspired. Today's symposium is just another example of that great work. For over 100 years, you have confronted the struggles of Islam based on your own wonderful interpretation and have shown the value, its peaceful origins, the example of tolerance and acceptance, and the fight against falsehood and violent extremism. Though these difficult conversations have left us stunned, you have been an important part of building the work, the path toward a better future. I've always deeply respected this wonderful community and the teachings of Maulana Muhammad Ali. His writings have influenced me personally and has allowed me to really grow in the faith. His treatise, The Religion of Islam, was greatly influential on me as a very young man. And quite frankly, it taught me the way I should approach the religion in an understanding way, a compassionate way, a sympathetic way, and approach it with kindness. And I think historically, Islam has unified. It hasn't divided. It's brought together races and ethnicities and different societies that otherwise would have not exchanged. These peaceful interpretations of Islam are critically important today. And his work continues to remind us that the true nature of Islam is peace. So I want to thank you all. Sorry I couldn't be there, but God bless and assalamu alaikum.